Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Frank, talk to us about the 6th hole.
I don't want to. It's too difficult.
Why not?
It's too hard. It's too difficult. John Daly made 18.
But that's not such a bad score. If you break it down, that's
Break it down for one hole. It broke
3
him
pars
down.
and an eagle. Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. Second shot.
Now you have that 3rd shot. What's the best way to get to that hole location and make the birdie?
The angle of the green really does favour the layup shot because at least you're hitting across the length of the green, but it's a little bit like that 3rd hole, a very narrow green. So once again, that wedge shot has to be very precise.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards. Safely on the dance floor.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the 2nd, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. The 2nd shot now to the par 4. This is a good-looking shot. That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Starting to play some good golf. With that birdie, moves to 4 under for the tournament. Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot. And that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away.
It's at sneaky distance.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a couple of feet. Nothing wrong with that par putt. That concludes the second round here at this amazing golf course. And Frank, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
I certainly am as well. The players have gotten off to a very good start, and they must have a good feel for the course right now and know what they have to do in order to win.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years, it has been the scene of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible 8 times.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. What's he need to watch out for here, Frank?
Those 2 front bunkers, Rich, the one that protects the left and the right. More often than not, you want to pitch the ball on the front of this green. They are the 2 to be concerned about.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. Now to the par 4 third, 434 yards and plenty of trouble on that left side.
One of the hardest tee shots on the front side. Water very much in play down the left.
Frank, that golf ball's sitting up like a red velvet cake in a bakery. It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Time to take a bite of it. Savor it. Hit the next one close.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie try up next. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That is a solid par putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Fourth hole is the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
Very scoreable. 2 bunkers down the left, the first of which takes 330 yards to get it past that.
Definite birdie hole, maybe even a chance for Eagle to really jumpstart the round. Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, tricky little third shot here at the par 5 fourth.
Especially if you don't have a full number, because there's just that little mound in the middle of the green. If you get on the wrong side of that, instantly you can be 30, 40 feet away. So check where the flag is. Is it front? Is it back? And then try and land it in that section. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Settles in over the putt. Frank starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far.
Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, what about this approach shot here at the 5th?
One of the few holes where you get a short iron in your hand for that second shot, but that green slopes away at about a 45-degree angle to the right, which makes distance control paramount here at 5.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. These putts keep the round together.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
Frank, the 6th is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be scary as well with all of that water.
And if you're a history buff, you'll remember in 1998, John Daly made 18. Beat that? Well, you're a little better than John.
What's wrong with 18? If you break it down, Frank, that's actually 3 pars and an eagle. By my math, that's pretty good work.
But you got 17 other holes to play.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That is classy.
Well, chance of going in.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. With that birdie, moves 1 shot closer to the lead. So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with 1 round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We're here in Orlando, Florida, at the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, what are some of the toughest shots out on this golf course?
Second shot into 8 comes to mind when you've got that sort of long water carry to a very thin green. Probably only a club or so deep there, so it's very hard to get that to land soft. 17 and 18 are always difficult for any level of play. 17, the green is angled slightly to the right. Even though you're coming from an elevated tee, it's tough to judge the right club and get the ball to land softly. And of course, there's always the finishing hole that has to be navigated.
115 to the hole. The Arnold Palmer Invitational is one of only 5 tournaments given what they call the invitational status by the PGA Tour, and consequently, it has a reduced field of only 120 players. The normal size of a tournament is 156. And
the strength of the field that they get year in, year out, it just validates Arnold Palmer's stature in the game.
Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots. And here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
Good-looking shot right here. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
And getting ready for the putt. Got it for par. At the 15th hole now at Bay Hill, this is a massive dogleg, Frank.
Yeah, if you're a Bubba Watson type player and you can move the ball around, you can move it left to right, help the tee shot. If you're average Joe, though, just hit it down the left. Take your medicine.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot which comes over the lake. And that's a hold your breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. And it makes the green in regulation. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. This one has a good line. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Oh, this is right at it. Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Trying to make yet another birdie. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. 3rd place now.
Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Second shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Frank, we did see some good golf out there today, but others really struggled.
Yeah, any competitive player wants to win. We don't doubt that, but we know you're not going to win them all. So it's still important for every golfer to continue to gain experience, to actually get something out of each and every tournament they play in.